Good rebound by Reeves. Hook pass. Oh, LeBron!
Many players today are in their absolute prime, peak athleticism, peak skill, peak everything. Some are nearing the end of that prime, clinging to their last few dominant years. By all logic, the NBA should belong to them, but somehow it's still LeBron. At 40, he's not just keeping up, he's outlasting guys in their mid-20s. He's flying around the court, locking down defenders, throwing down dunks like it's 2013, and making the game look effortless. It's unreal. And yet, here we are, watching a 40-year-old wreck the league's best. So how is this even happening? Why is LeBron, at an age where most players are retired or washed, still dismantling the NBA's younger stars? Let's break it down. LeBron James at 40 is still out-muscling, outrunning, and out-jumping players nearly half his age. His body hasn't broken down like other legends before him. He's not limping through games, taking plays off, or settling for a quiet veteran role. He's still the guy, exploding to the rim, bulldozing defenders, chasing down blocks like he's fresh out of high school. Look at the stars who came before him. By 35, Kobe Bryant was already battling injuries. His Achilles gave out, and his body never fully recovered. Tim Duncan, as great as he was, had lost his lift and speed by his mid-30s, relying on skill and IQ to stay relevant. Shaquille O'Neal, by 34, his knees and feet were done. He was still massive, still a force, but the dominance had faded. These were generational talents, and time still caught up to them. But can we say that LeBron is built different? Absolutely. His body fat percentage hovers around 6 to 7%, something you'd expect from an Olympic sprinter, not a 40-year-old basketball player. He's listed at 6'9", 250 pounds, but anyone watching knows he's closer to 270. And it's not dead weight, it's controlled power. His legs are still tree trunks, allowing him to explode off the floor like a man with springs in his shoes. His shoulders are broad enough to absorb contact without slowing down. His core strength keeps his balance in midair, when most players would get thrown off course. But it's not just raw size and power, it's his ability to maintain explosiveness. Plenty of big, strong players have faded out because their speed and agility disappeared. LeBron hasn't lost his first step. He's still catching lobs, still getting downhill, still elevating for dunks that make 25-year-olds look like they're playing in slow motion. His ability to play above the rim at this age is unheard of. Most guys his size wear down over time. Their joints take too much pounding. They lose flexibility. They get stiff, heavy, and slow. LeBron has somehow avoided all of it. He doesn't look like a 40-year-old basketball player. He looks like someone who shouldn't be able to do what he's doing. And yet, here he is, still dominating. So the question is, how is he doing it? Well, it's one simple thing: discipline. It's the way he treats his body like a multi-million-dollar investment, maintaining it with the kind of precision you'd expect from a race car pit crew. While other players focus on getting stronger, LeBron's entire career has been about something else, never breaking down. Recovery is everything. After every game, while younger players are out partying or eating junk food, LeBron is inside a cryotherapy chamber, exposing his body to sub-zero temperatures to reduce inflammation. He uses hyperbaric oxygen therapy, lying in a pressurized chamber that floods his system with oxygen, accelerating muscle repair and keeping his endurance levels sky high.
Helps you with mental capacity in terms of your alertness coming out of there. For athletes, it's a kind of a no-brainer if you can kind of have the time and the investment to use it. And he'll be in there for about an hour and a half, which is probably about the optimal time to be in there for.
10 o'clock, T-Bone.
10 o'clock, you got it. He's enjoyed using this thing, especially during this time of year where every little edge counts.
Then there are the massages, daily, intense, focused. Every muscle is taken care of. Every ache is dealt with before it turns into an injury. His diet is on another level. No processed junk, no cheap calories. Everything is calculated, organic, and built around performance. His meals are high in lean protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs, making his body work like a machine that can't afford to run on anything but premium. And then comes hydration. He reportedly drinks a gallon of water a day, keeping his muscles and joints from wearing down like they should at his age.
That's fantastic. Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic news to you as well?
He doesn't eat just to fill up, he eats to sustain a level of athleticism no one has maintained at this stage of their career. But the most underrated factor in his longevity is sleep. LeBron reportedly gets 8 to 10 hours of sleep every single night. It's non-negotiable. He treats sleep the way other players treat practice, like a core part of his training. While most NBA players are surviving on late nights and adrenaline, LeBron's body is recovering, rebuilding, and staying fresh for the next game. None of this is random. Every decision, every habit, every ounce of recovery is designed to keep him at peak performance, when most players his age are just trying to stay on the floor. That's why he's still dunking like a 25-year-old. That's why he's still outrunning guys in their prime, and that's why he isn't slowing down anytime soon, because he's got a plan and a solid routine. The truth is, LeBron doesn't show up to games and hope he plays well. He arrives with a plan, fine-tuned down to the smallest detail. His gameplay routine isn't just about getting loose, it's a calculated system designed to keep him a step ahead of everyone on the floor. Warm-ups start long before he even touches a basketball, while other players are casually shooting around. LeBron is deep into dynamic stretching, activating his core, loosening his joints, and making sure his legs are ready to explode for all 4 quarters. Hydration is constant. His body is fueled with electrolytes and fluids to keep his muscles firing at peak efficiency. But preparation isn't just physical, it's mental. James told the Los Angeles Times, "I think it's definitely more mental than physical at this point of my career." LeBron has one of the sharpest basketball minds in history, and that also starts with film study. While younger players rely on talent, he's studying defensive rotations, finding weak spots, and memorizing his opponent's tendencies. He knows who bites on pump fakes, who struggles guarding the pick and roll, who's too slow to react when he drives left. By the time he steps onto the court, he's already seen the game plan out in his head. His pre-game drills are just as precise. Footwork, ball handling, shooting, nothing is left to chance. He still sharpens his game like a rookie, trying to earn minutes. The same fadeaways, the same explosive first steps, the same quick release threes, drilled over and over, so they're automatic when the lights come on. So we can say that LeBron's game has evolved, but one thing hasn't changed: his ability to physically dominate. He's still throwing down dunks with the same force he did at 25, still powering through defenders who are supposed to be stronger and fresher. The difference is that he's no longer just relying on raw athleticism. He's optimized it. Watch the tape. Compare his highlights from his early Cleveland days to now. The vertical, still there. The speed, still absurd. But look closer. His movement is more efficient. His foot placement, his angle of attack, the way he loads up before a jump, it's all refined. He doesn't waste energy like younger players do. Every explosive move is calculated, perfectly executed.
LeBron James, his company, Della Vedova for James. Wow!
His biomechanics are a masterclass in longevity. Most players lose their flexibility over time. Their joints stiffen, their muscles tighten. LeBron's mobility is still elite. His hips stay loose, his knees bend without restriction, and his upper body remains fluid. That's why he still soars over defenders, why he still maneuvers in midair like a player a decade younger. He's kept his body in balance, eliminating the stiffness that slows down other aging stars. Then there's the strength. At 40, he's still a force in the paint. Defenders bounce off him like they did when he was in his prime. He absorbs contact, powers through double teams, and finishes at the rim like a player who hasn't lost a step. Some guys get stronger as they age but lose their speed. Others stay quick but lose their power. But LeBron has kept both. But the real question is, will he be able to keep it like that? LeBron is currently making people rethink what an athlete's prime even is. Most NBA legends were shells of themselves by their late 30s, forced into retirement by injuries or declining performance. But now, with advancements in sports science, longevity isn't just possible, it's being engineered. Look at Tom Brady, still winning Super Bowls in his mid-40s. Roger Federer, playing elite tennis into his late 30s. These athletes didn't just age well, they hacked the process. LeBron is doing the same. Regenerative treatments, cutting-edge recovery methods, customized training regimens. His entire approach to fitness is built for sustainability. The NBA is more physically demanding than ever, but LeBron's durability isn't just just about genetics or luck. He's maximizing every advantage modern sports medicine has to offer. Cryotherapy, platelet-rich plasma injections, next-level physiotherapy. Every tool available, he's using it. And that's why playing until 45 isn't just wishful thinking, it's realistic. But the biggest reason? Family. LeBron has made it clear he's not just trying to extend his career for records or money. He wants to share the court with his sons, Bronny and Bryce. No player in NBA history has ever done that. It's not about proving doubters wrong anymore. It's about making history on his terms. Age takes down everyone eventually, but LeBron is making time look slow. With discipline, science, and pure will, he's redefining longevity in sports. If you treat your body like a machine, maybe Father Time doesn't knock, he waits.
Open three. Got it! 22 seasons, 40